We advance in the Feer Fiesta. Atow taking down Khaled 3-2. We now have Atow versus ApparentlyJack. Here we go. We got Jack versus Atow in the second of 8 games today in the Feer Fiesta. Atow winning his chance to play Jack in a very close match against Khaled. And now we'll see if he can keep up that momentum against one of, if not, the best ones player right now. It's hard to say. I mean, I feel like everyone is going to freak out in chat because they're going to say, what are you talking about, Feer? Rawas, Zen, Daniel. We have not seen those guys in ones for a bit. You know who we have seen in ones? ApparentlyJack, and he has looked very solid. Will he be able to keep that up in this tournament? He has at least one of those 3 names I listed in Rawas in this tournament that he could prove that he could take down. But first he has Atow in front of him, and that is not an easy task. Why you sneak in Daniel? Hey, stop that. Come on. Daniel finished second in the Rule 1 Invitational, and I believe that's the last time he's played 1v1. That's a good performance. I did not sneak Daniel in. ApparentlyJack, air dribble bump for his second goal. Yeah, certainly Rawas will still hold as number 1. Although I think anybody that I listed there probably has an argument for it. Maybe not Daniel. But I think Zen probably has another argument for it too. The problem for Zen, though, is despite being a very talented 1v1er, he seems to have a specifically bad matchup against Rawas, who is the other person vying for number 1. Which means it's really hard to ever make that argument. I don't think Zen has ever beat Rawas. And also the last couple 1v1s for Zen were losses too. I think he lost to Moxie and Daniel at the end of Rule 1 Invitational. So Zen, a rough couple series as of late. I think he might have played Nupo since then. But certainly needs to get back into the 1 scene to regain the title. Do you think Scrub will get a good team? I'm not sure. You know, he had a very good team in Hogan mode. And he certainly could do it again. Who knows when their LCS is going to be? I am not on... Wait, Zen is now on a 12 win streak? Zen's on a 12-game match win streak. When is he playing those ones? Oh, are you considering the best of ones, maybe? For, like, Gamers 8 qual? Was that after the Rule 1 Invitational? I can't remember. To be honest, I look at the best of ones as a different thing. Atow, that's a great recovery off the bump, by the way. Atow continues to be a poet on the field. Yeah, RL Duels basically treats best of ones like full series. That is one of the main adjustments I'd almost want to make to the algorithm they use. I think it treats them exactly the same, whereas I wouldn't be surprised if applying a weighted algorithm towards the length of the series, you know, potentially helped with a pretty big debuff for best of 1. Because somewhere along the way, you know, Kalir has beat Rawas in a best of 1. Best of 1s are places where magic can happen. That was just the first example I thought of where, you know, in almost every series I think Rawas and Kalir has played, Rawas has won. But you make it a quick series where all you need is 1 game and a lot of upsets can happen. That being said, Joria's proved in the Just Win tournament where they were all best of 1s that maybe still the best player is going to come out on top, because around the time of Just Win, Joria's was that guy. Jack tried to slow down the dribble to get Atow to miss. Zen won't last as a top 1s player. Pure mechs. You know what I'll say is I've decided officially that there will never not be haters. That there will just be haters forever. And why I wasn't able to realize that before, I don't know. But it's clear to me now that we could be 2, 3, 4 years in the future. Zen still hasn't lost a series. And somebody out there will be like, I don't know, man, he's not even that good. When you think about it, it's just... he's not as good as my favorite player. And I realize that now. And I've come to terms with it. Oh my goodness. You know who my favorite player is? Atow. And nobody can stop him. Apparently Jack thought he was taking that ball out of a good position, but that is exactly where Atow wanted it. And carries into the resets for the 2-goal lead. Is this live, glitch, or RL? It is. Or I'm clairvoyant. And I knew exactly when you typed that when I pre-recorded it. You decide. Jack and Atow almost locked heads there a little bit. But we'll say they didn't. Of course, Jack certainly does not want to get in a headlock for the next minute 30 and take the game 1 loss. Atow, what a beautiful shot. Very controlled flick. And that's what he needed to slot it in the top left. You don't always have to boom the ball. You just have to score it. Keep it away from the defender. Oh no! Jack contracted the NA. Sag. Or was it a Sag, but still. That's terrible. That's terrible. Jack, trying to show you that there's nothing wrong with contracting the NA as he gets his 6th goal. As someone who's contracted the NA, it's rough, man. Yeah, no, Atow is playing really well. One of the things I was thinking about too is everybody that I gave a bye to, I think one's fans can agree, all deserving of it. The 4 players were Jack, Rabas, Moxie, and Nas. And I was thinking how every single one of them today will be playing against the player who just won a best of 5. Which I believe, means they come in with a little bit of positive momentum. Atow absolutely has momentum as he's styling. By the way, don't forget to check him out, Atow Rico on Twitch. He is currently live as he looks to win game 1. Gamers 8 is so close, but Zen doesn't want to play ones. Ranked? Is he that confident? Is he not playing ranked? I think he is. I don't know why I say that, but I thought I saw some evidence that he was playing, at least playing ranked. I could see why he maybe doesn't want to play a tournament right away. Multiple, just a couple days off of winning the World Championship. Everybody else, probably increases their desire to play. They weren't the winners. They want to grind. They want to improve. Zen, he's earned himself a couple-day break. Jack has brought himself within 2 with a nice reset wave dash pop into the crossbar, but 10 seconds left to go. It might just be too little too late. The high-scoring game number 1. Jack delaying his kickoff. And I believe that will end the game. Atow puts in another one. Is Gamers 8 more money than RLCS? I think very intentionally, Gamers 8 is, a couple $1,000s less than RLCS. The World Championships is a little bit bigger prize pool. I speculate that Gamers 8 is willing to put up more, but Psyonix wants to keep the World Championship as the premier prize pool tournament. That's my guess. Yo, Killer Break, thank you for the Prime. The brand new Prime. Welcome to the channel. Atow half flipping to start this game on the kickoff. It has worked to much success for him so far in his games today. Jack not able to connect on the demo. He's going to immediately dive back on the ball. I was watching a couple days ago. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I think there's been 2 different versions of the ApparentlyJack coaching Jordies in 1v1. It is a very interesting watch, I believe, on Jordy's YouTube channel. If you want to go watch Jack coach somebody that might be very close to your 1v1 rank. But one thing that Jack was really big about on that video is never ever jumping on offense. At least that was his encouragement for Jordies, and here he's going to do more of the same. He doesn't jump. He notices Atow is just glued to the ground, so he'll dive around the ball and demo him for the first goal. Yeah, Deeply Trek very clearly watched the video, as there was a code word for a specific play that Jack wanted Jordies to make. Haven't changed the stream title? Okay, I'll go update that right now. Oh. Atow not going to be able to find the angle on that. Jack saves the double jump, and what was going on there from Atow? I must have had a misread there. I felt like Atow could have made an attempt on net, but he decided it was better to just leave the ball bouncing and exit the blue half. Jack looking as he sees Atow turning the challenge. He's going to try and cut this ball in field. You could tell, yeah, the way he was setting this up with Atow moving to the corner, he wanted to punish him at 0 boost, picking up 100. There's a window of opportunity to take a shot, and Jack got it quickly. Jack not able to read this half of kickoff. Did his best to try and maintain possession, but he just handed Atow a full boost wall to air dribble, and Jack actually pinches this one just high enough. Jack has done a lot of great things on the goal line in his recent 1v1s. This time recognizing Atow on the wrong side of the ball, just needs a little bit of a bump to discourage him from recovering. Has himself a 3-1 lead. Atow, reset wave dash. No follow-up touch on the ball. Jack just going to put a long shot at net, force Atow to make a tough save, and Atow actually did not recover well on the backboard. Now a ground double intercepted by Atow. Yeah, you're gonna hear the dog. So where I stream from is very close to the front door, and our new dog is not very happy when anyone gets within the vicinity of the front door. We demand dog content. W dog, yeah, the dog is currently protecting us from the intruders so that the stream can continue on. So if everyone could say Giga Chad dog, I'm sure he would appreciate that. Because without him, the intruders would have stopped the stream. All right, Atow wants to go next, so we will oblige. Show match dogs versus cats. Game 3. Jack with a dominant comeback in game 2 after not being able to claw back in the first game. Way lower scoring, a 5-1 win for Jack, and with a little bit over a minute left, Atow is going to try this double off the bump. That would have been a crazy shot, but Jack actually might have had the recovery anyways. What a slot from Jack. Atow throws in the nice one too. Much deserved. As he sets up a one bounce into a hook shot. Oh my goodness, the precision on that placement. Is it a coconut corn husky? It is not. But imagine if it was and you were right. What breed? I actually don't know. I actually don't know because he was lost. He was lost in a neighborhood. Found, picked up, attempted to find his owners. He was chipped to like a business that had gone out of business or something. Couldn't find him. And now he's ours. Yeah. Basically, the long and the short of it is that I stole someone's dog. And so I have no idea what breed he is. True anime backstory. Atow, that single jump will secure a Jack goal. He ain't barking at intruders, he's calling for help. Every time he hears somebody outside the door, he's screaming to be saved. No, I promise that's not the case. In fact, he's glued to my side. He loves me, that little rascal. Atow down 5-2. As Jack seems to have kept the momentum he had from the previous game. It's now 10-3 if you continue it into game number 2. As I say that, make it 10-4. Poor dog is affected by Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm, hate to see it. No, no, see, that doesn't really agree with the fact that he's also barking for help, right? Wouldn't a dog with Stockholm Syndrome not bark for help? Atow not able to dribble over the top of Jack. Jack intercepts it despite getting bumped. Still able to control it to the back wall. I like there was an opportunity to bump there for Atow on the previous take, but he actually swings around and bumps on the follow-up. Now a flick high off the backboard. Starting the dribble from the corner. Plays the second bounce instead. He's just trying to play a bit of keep away with Jack. Didn't have a ton of boost to work with. Instead of rushing the shot, he's just looking to float it into the top shelf and take that very little bit of boost that Jack has and force him to use it. Wasn't successful. Jack got to stick on the ground. Now Jack the other way. A nice reset shot. Atow, though, able to just peel back off the ball and wait in net for the save. The follow-up in the midfield will go to Jack, 7-3. Where's that guy that said, apparently Jack contracted NA? He did contract NA, but it's helping him win. Atow. Wow, you know what would have been crazy if that was a 0-second goal, because I don't think the ball hit the ground on this 50. Atow somehow keeps it up, even though Jack trying to force it straight down. Two minutes Atow into the back corner. Starts his dribble. Very lateral dribble. Not a lot of height to outplay Jack, and wasn't sure what his plan was going to be. He does have a perfect opportunity to pinch this off the post, though, as he gets the save. Jack slowing the game down. That has been the way he's liked to play ones, which has been almost contrary to the way almost everyone else in the high-level ones game is playing now. It's such a faster style. It's very aerial focused. Jack seems more than willing to really slow it down. Great save. Even Atow is willing to say it as he launches this one to the ceiling. Jack, it was great to watch that from his perspective. You could see as he read the pre-jump and he forces Atow to own goal. I don't know if forces is the right word. I don't think Atow had to own goal, but he did launch this. I think, no, that was on target. Yeah, maybe Atow wouldn't have been able to get around it. He probably could have waited. But either way, it's going to be game number 3 for ApparentlyJack. Doing it from the defensive end to secure the lead. Game number 4. Atow in must-win territory again. Atow, quick camera check to make sure that he has the space off of his challenge win, that he can easily slot in the shot. If he sees Jack recovering fast enough, maybe he decides not to just take the immediate shot, which might lose him possession. He can't get this save as the ball rolls perfectly off the post and immediately ties it right back up. Jack wants to watch it. Jack launching to the crossbar, or just underneath the crossbar. Atow forced to make an in-out save, but does well enough to earn himself a possession. Another slow start to a dribble. Jack pre-jumps it. Atow playing the longer possession, and Jack trying to make sure that possession isn't very long at all. Doesn't have boost to work with, but doesn't stop him from recognizing his moment to take the ball away is now. He actually had a decent amount of boost. He had 30 or so as he attacked it in the corner there. Certainly not as much as Atow, but enough to make the play. Delayed kickoff. We actually saw... Was it Atow? No, that was OSM. OSM was farming the delayed kickoffs yesterday. Jack now. Pinch off the ceiling to the backboard. Atow cleans it up. Long distance flick isn't there, and Jack decides to just let Atow's shot be a pass for himself. Bouncing off the back wall, but a bit too slow for that. Atow able to turn and immediately challenge. Now, in the air, a carry. Might need to use the resets, but that's never been an issue for Atow, as the last bit of his boost fell from his tank. He needed a burst, and he got it, courtesy of a reset. Jack. Slow recovery here. I don't know if that's because he felt like he was doomed, but he actually gets back a bit late. He's still able to get the save, though. Atow trying to continue it, and he didn't want to just hit the ball directly at Jack, so he ends up just flipping away from the ball. And whether or not that's the right decision will be decided if he's able to stop Jack's ensuing attack. Seems like he has, as he does not let that ball fall all the way in. Felt comfortable getting the goal line catch. Now we reset with Jack. 100 boost from the blue half. Both these guys have been doing a great job at pre-jumping these ground-to-air dribbles. All the dribbles that have started from carries start a bit slow. They're a bit more telegraphed and have allowed the defenders to eat them up right away. I don't think that's necessarily the case. What a save by Atow for some of the dribbles that start, off of bounces or off of contesting the ball and straight into the air. Certainly the slow carry to dribble setups have been read. Atow wants his pogo again. Could not get enough height off of it. Such a lateral dribble. Not likely for him to really pop the ball. Atow, double jump shots will do the trick as he accelerates the ball past Jack. Jack, interesting save as he's able to just pinch the ball across the net, over the top of the net too, with a very slow speed touch, but exactly what he needed. Atow flipping away from the ball, trying to make something happen with 3 boost, and Jack very intentionally soft save so that he can get possession. He's doing it again here. He's just very unworried. Him and Atow are almost teaming up for a dribble right now. Atow winning the race into the corner, bumped off the ball, and it's a long shot. Jack says, you could take my boost. As long as you put yourself on the wrong side of the ball, I don't mind, and I'll guarantee you stay there with a nice bump. (3-3). Atow, the one who absolutely needs to win. And he goes back to what everybody loves to go to, the air dribble bump. Atow wins the race to this corner. Jack actually dove all the way there to meet him. Got himself back to the midfield. Put himself in a good spot to stop the dribble. Jack doing his best to hold on to his 66 boost. You could see that he was trying to play the longer possession here. Could have used a bit of that to try and dive into the corner. Not that diving into the corner is necessarily the right idea, but certainly risked a shot that he could have covered for the sake of maintaining boost. Atow out of the inside of the nets, cannot get a creative shot, and I'll tell you what, he did not need that. Up 2 with 30 seconds left to go. Maybe that was all he could have had. I have to go back and watch it again. But certainly, he's better off not forcing the issue. He is able to win this kickoff off the delay, the double, 6-4 with 23 seconds. Jack gets a diagonal. I wonder if he prefers a diagonal. It's a little bit more volatile than some of the other options. That flick is going to lead to a solid possession, and another game context might be perfectly what Jack needs, but because he needs to score in very short time, I'm not sure it's going to be enough, and that flick needed to be in the top right. Maybe he still would have stood a chance, but no. Atow is going to force yet another Game 5 in the Feer Fiesta. Jack versus Atow. Atow forfeited in both of Jack's wins because he felt like there was just nothing he could do. But he's been able to get a couple wins of his own, and he's found himself in the final game against Jack. Winner moves to tomorrow, where we will reseed the semifinals to make sure we got cross-region teams playing, or cross-region players playing, I should say. Or unique matchups we haven't seen before. That's just all part of the Fiesta, in case you didn't know. But of course, if all EU players make it through, maybe there won't be much shuffling to do. Jack is one of those players normally in North America, or at least has been for the past year. So we want to see how he faces up against the EU players he used to play a ton. But we won't get to if he can't get past Atow. Able to pick up the midfield 100. Atow gonna try and find the tight angle shots. Ball could not get to the ground soon enough. Jack with 0 boost. Tried to dash his way out to cover the shot angle from near the ball and couldn't quite do it. Thank you for the tier 1 for 3 months. This is Rocket League indeed. Atow catching 50 for a 2-0 lead. Kickoff's going to be crucial in this final game. Right now, Atow converting on his. Wave dash kickoff for Atow. Wins the race to the midfield. Jack actually trying to stick around, and that's going to get him scored on. Didn't want to leave after losing the midfield boost. Might not have been a bad idea to just try and play the ball from the position he's already in as opposed to giving space while retreating to the corner, but obviously didn't work out for him. Jack almost hemorrhaging goals if he'd allowed Atow after losing the midfield boost there to score, but the quick pre-flip recovery does guide the ball to the blue corner. So now Jack slightly ahead of Atow, forced to play top speed, does grab Atow's corner boost and will now try and carry Atow away. Atow got a jump reset off the top of Jack's car. Now Jack patiently waiting. Atow, this is exactly what he wanted. He allowed Atow to go up in the air and took the gamble that the end result would be something that favors Jack, and he was right. Now, Atow's proven that it's not a gamble you necessarily want to take all the time with him. He has turned a lot of different mediocre setups into amazing shots. But he will half flip off the start of this kickoff. And it's actually resulting in kind of exact mirror results where he's now booming a shot at ApparentlyJack. Oh my goodness, Atow. How was he able to convert on this goal? I wonder if Jack was trying to go for a huge pinch save of some sort. I think he could have gotten up earlier and controlled it into the corner. But instead, he did his best to try and maybe get a huge save with a pinch. Atow, another kickoff win to the ceiling. The reset. Oh my goodness, Atow. The nice shot from ApparentlyJack. All he can do is sit and watch as Atow styles. My goodness. Half the game left to go. And 4 goals for ApparentlyJack to make up. Atow is trying to do it again. He does keep it away from Jack. But Jack has 50 boost to work with in possession. A late recovering Atow. The flick is stopped. Jack slowing the game down again. He much prefers this crawling 1v1 pace. But he's not able to score on this one. Atow, the pinch is not going to roll in. Is off target. Jack wants to bring this ball down to a carry, but that takes too long. It allows Atow to affect the play. Jack, his reset coming far too late. Atow going to be able to take it away. He didn't want to go for the long shot. Instead, goes to the air where he's felt most comfortable, and he doubles it in for a 6th. Jack gives him the nice shot. Atow is in the zone as he plays a bit of keep away and makes it a 5-goal lead with a minute 46 left to go. The 2 games that Atow lost were clear Jack victories with over a minute left. Forfeiting, had people in the chat saying he still could have won it. But maybe he knew the plan all along. This is what Jack wants to do, though. Jack wants to play the low 50s. The slower 1v1 game. Atow has just accelerated and has been able to convert on these volatile chances. You know, if Atow starts mechanically misstepping, it plays right into Jack's hands, but right now there has been no mechanical missteps. Jack, another slow dribble, does not read the Atow challenge quick enough. Now he's trying to take his corner booster, bump him. He's just chasing him down as we watch from Jack's perspective. Atow playing a bit of keep away. Jack now, strong first touch, one that he's not going to be able to follow. He just flips and dives at Atow. This will be an easy goal for Atow, a layup for him as Jack, frustrated, searching for offense and cannot find it. Jack with a minute left to go. A demo on Atow. Swings around and gets a third. So with 47 seconds, it would certainly be a bit of a miracle, but not impossible. The wave dash kickoff from Atow has been clean. Reason why it feels very unlikely is I think Atow's had the kickoff edge already. Jack actually read this weird setup from Atow on the back wall, but then Atow gets the save. Booms it back the other way. Jack, no choice but to just speed, and it works out as he rolls in a fourth goal. 24 seconds. What can Jack do? A kickoff win for Atow again. These kickoffs have continued to favor him. Jack knows he has to turn and make a play on the ball, but doesn't get the midfield boost, and I think that ends the game because Atow can now play keep away with the extreme boost advantage. 7-4, Atow able to eliminate one of our North Americans in the Feer Fiesta. Atow's going to let it in, but it's a GG's, and he advances to the semifinals tomorrow. Insane play from Atow today. Absolutely insane play. Got to give Atow his flowers for a couple great series. Oh, that was not Atow versus Cal. This is Atow versus Jack.